of the Lydia Amuge Mentoring Podcast, I will be answering this question. Welcome to yet another episode of the Lydia Amuge Mentoring Podcast. It's always a joy to spend my evenings with you. It's always a joy to equip you with tips, tools, and tactics that will help you increase your income by building a business that you totally love. So one evening, I was seated with a group of business friends, and as we chatted and enjoyed our coffee, one of them made a funny statement. She said to me, "Lydia, you seem motivated from January to December. It seems like you never have business challenges along the way." I laughed because I knew that the statement was not true. Just like any other entrepreneurs across the world, I too face challenges. I too have faced challenges along the way and continue to face challenges. But I'm still able to face these challenges and continue my business journey. It's been 11 years of going up hills, down the valleys, and I'm still going. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you how you can stay motivated. The truth is that business will test you a number of times, not once, not twice, not thrice. And if you're this kind of personality that hates tests or that hates hard times, staying along the business journey may be very hard. But in today's session, we're going to talk about 3 pillars that will help you to stay motivated along your business journey, that will help you to love your business no matter what. Okay? So, what is pillar number 1? Pillar number 1 is you need to have a deep why. Many people have whys, okay, but few people have deep whys. Do you have a deep why for starting your business? Think about it. You know, the reason why many people start businesses these days will be, "Oh, I want another stream of income. I want another stream of income." Well, that's a good reason, but not a deep reason. You ask people, "Oh, why have you started your business?" "Well, I'm tired of my boss. I just want something else to do. I want something else to make me income." That's a good reason, but it's not a deep reason. "Well, I just want to have more time and freedom." Woo, what a lie. I think the things that they don't tell people is that as a business owner, you find that you actually end up investing a lot of time. So if you're just coming to business because you want to run away from investing time on work, then you're running into the wrong place, because as a business owner, you're going to find that you are going to invest a lot of time. So Lydia, what are these deep reasons that you are talking about? You're probably wondering. When I talk about a deep reason, I'm talking about a reason that inspires you to the core, the inside of you. It's a reason that is able to draw strength from the inside of you. You see, if you get into business simply for the money, if an opportunity comes that can give you that same amount of money or more, guess what? You'll run out. And that's the reason why so many people give up on their businesses early, because they come in just for the money. So when the money is not coming, they say, let me just leave this. That's a shallow reason. And as a result of, and because the reason is shallow, you'll find that when the money is not coming in, you'll find an alternative source of money. Or if you simply come in because you wanted to escape from something, if life gives you an opportunity to escape from this thing in a different way, you will still live. So you need to be able to find out what is that deep thing that is going to inspire you right from the inside. You know, in the word inspire comes from in. So there must be a reason that is right springing from the inside of you, that when you think about it, it alone is enough to get you out of your bed and go and work on your business. There were 2 guys who went to negotiate a business deal. One of them, before he left his home that morning, he told himself, I must come back with this money tonight. I must come back with this money tonight. And then the second one, as he was getting out of his home, he looked at his wife on a sick bed, and he looked at his daughter, who was not able to go to school that day because he didn't have the school fees. He looked at them with a lot of pain, and he told his wife, darling, today I'm coming back with the money for your treatment. And he told his daughter, tomorrow you will be in school. So these two guys come into this boardroom to negotiate this business deal with a very big company. And think with me, who do you think was able to do the better negotiation? This guy, who had a sick wife and child, knew that the success of that negotiation was not only about the money he was making. Tied to that negotiation was the life of his wife and the education of his child. So that means that when he went into that negotiation room, he was not just negotiating for money. There was a deeper reason beyond the money. So he fought with all his strength and might when he had an opportunity to convince the board why he was the best candidate for the deal versus the other player who simply wanted the money. And guess what? The board was clearly also able to see the passion and the zeal with which he made his presentation. There was something deeper and bigger than the money. So that was his why. He was not just about, he didn't just come to close the deal. He came because he had a deeper reason than the money. Think about your own business situation. How are you approaching your business on a daily? Do you have a reason that can get you out of your bed when you don't want to? Now that reason looks different for each of us. Today I want you to think deeply. You see, many times when we start in business, you are the money. Everybody loves the money and everyone is thinking about the money. But I want you to be able to take off some time and really think deeply. Why do I really want to do this business? What is that driving force? What is that thing that means so much to you? There must be an emotional reason why you are doing business. And guess what? It doesn't need to make sense to your neighbor. It doesn't need to make sense to the person next to you. If that reason makes sense to you, that's enough. If it can get you up when you don't feel like getting out of your bed, it's good. If it can cause you to limp your way into, making a sale, it's good. It must make sense to you. It must be deep. So I want you to go back and think about that reason. It may be something attached to your family like that gentleman. It may just be something deeply attached to you that you just desire to make an impact on the world. I have a friend who has a shoe brand. But for him, it's not just about selling shoes. He loves to give back to community. So deep within, he's not just in the business for the sake of selling shoes. But at the back of his mind, he's like, I must make a lot of money through my business so that I can be able to give out some to the young people who cannot go to school, who cannot afford school fees. You need to have a deep reason, because that deep reason is what inspires and draws your commitment. So let me tell you the truth about, about a deep why. Within you and I, there is intrinsic strength. So there's nothing that, like me, I don't have strength within. We all have strength. God has given each of us strength within to face any challenges. So when the challenges come, when these demotivating times come, the strength is drawn by the deep why. Okay? So it's your deep why that is going to suck out that strength from you. That's why you notice that when there is, for example, a snake chasing you, guess what? It's not like, even if you're weak, all of a sudden, there will be strength that, just sort of fills your body and you'll start running away from the snake. Same thing happens when you already have a known why. When challenges come as a known deep why, the challenges, you will be able to, the challenges will now draw from that deep why. So when there is no deep why, that's why very many people give up. I remember the time when business really got challenging for me. And I promised myself that I will be a woman of value to this generation. I remember the times when my mom told me, Lydia, this thing, I think you should just leave it and go back to your medical career. I told her, Mom, no. There are lives that are attached to me. So every time when I think of giving up on business, I know that I'm not just giving up on myself, but I'm giving up on the lives that are attached to me. I am cognizant that my existence, there are destinies that are supposed to be birthed because of me showing up. There are businesses that are supposed to be birthed because of me showing up. So beyond just doing business because it's a source of income, I am cognizant of the lives that are attached to me. So every time I think about the people whose lives are attached to me, I rest a little bit and say, Lydia, go back. Go back. Go back and do this thing. Go back and do this thing. There are people who will not accomplish destiny if you stop your journey here. And so just in case you're there, just know that I'm not about to give up on you. And that is why, even when I don't want to show up, I will show up because I know it's not about me. My life is not my own. I know that my life is about others. And I enjoy the experience too of being a blessing to other people. So number one is a deep why. Let's move on to the next pillar. Pillar number 2 that will keep you anchored during the tough times is a detailed vision. Many people have visions. Few people have detailed visions. Yeah? Look at your own vision. People say, to be the number one supplier of X, Y, and Z. So what when you become the number one supplier? Your vision must inspire transformation, not just in your life, but also in the lives of the people that you are serving. So when you look at your vision, does it inspire transformation? You see, the reason you are not excited about your vision is you have not clearly zoomed in to see the transformation that it brings to you and to the people that it is meant to serve. You must have a detailed picture of your vision. When you close your eyes, what do you see? Can you see it very, very clearly? If you can't see it very clearly, then you will not run towards it. No wonder the Bible says in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4, chapter 2, verse 2, write the vision and make it plain on tablets. Well, someone is about to ask me, I don't have a tablet. Okay, in this case, the tablet is your book. Write the vision and make it plain, that he may run who reads it. Why would a book as precious as the Bible tell you to write down the vision if it is not important? You cannot claim to have a vision if it is not written down. It says, make it plain. Making something plain means that it should be easy, squeezy, peasy to understand. It should be clear. Is your vision written down clearly? Can you see it? Can you see how this vision of yours, remember, when we talk about a vision, I'm talking about an inspiring picture of the future, a clear and inspiring picture of the future that inspires action, commitment, and and transformation. Does your vision, is it clear? Can you clearly see how many mothers, for example, if you're someone doing financial literacy for mothers, can you clearly see how the mothers' lives, how their lives are changing because of your training and coaching program on finances? Can you see the picture of how their children are loving them more? Can you see the picture of how they are better wives? Can you see the picture of how they are able to buy land, to own property? Can you see those pictures? Can you also see the picture of the joy that is bringing you as a result of completing this picture? Could it be that the reason that you are not running with your vision is because it's not clear and plain? You know, that verse in Habakkuk is completed, that he may run who reads it. Could it be the reason that you're not running with so much speed is because your vision is not motivating your feet to move fast? You know, when you have a vision that causes your heart to beat fast, you will run. And it's not just enough to have the plain vision, you must be able to read it. Some people have visions that they wrote once and they have filed them. I ask someone, what's your vision? They're like, let me first go and check in my notes. Come on, you can't be saying, let me go and check in your notes. You must be reading your vision on a daily. Are you picturing your vision on a daily? You must, because Habakkuk 2:2 says that he may run who reads it, not he may run who knows it. No. It's who reads it. Are you reading your vision on a daily? You see, reading your vision on a daily is like fueling your business tank on a daily. So every time you read your vision, that is fuel you're putting in. Every time you read it again, more fuel you're putting in. Every time you read it again, more fuel you're putting in. And guess what? When your vision, your vision ends up fueling you to run to do what? To take action on that completed picture that you are seeing. Yeah? And then 3 continues to put it interestingly, and it says, let me just get this clearly. But these things I plan won't happen right away. Slowly, steadily, surely, the time approaches when the vision will be fulfilled. Have you heard those 3 words? Slowly, steadily, surely. Slowly, steadily, surely. If you're steadfast in pursuing your vision, if you stay, even when the times are hard, it is sure that one time it's going to start happening. You know, I remember when I started my journey, I told myself that I have a message for the world, not for Uganda. When I started my speaking, coaching, and training journey, I told myself I have a message for the world. But I didn't start impacting the world immediately. I started with schools, then a few corporate companies. It's now at about 10th year, that I've started doing more work with the nations. Last week, I was in Kigali doing some work at a university, as well as working with some corporate trainers. But imagine, it's 11 years. So just imagine with me if I had given up at the 5th year. If I'd said, this thing is not working, let me dump this vision. No, I've slowly taken the path. I've seen it surely working out, and steadily it is getting better every day. So sometimes you may not immediately see it, but Habakkuk says, surely time approaches when the vision will be fulfilled. So as long as you stay, the vision is going to be fulfilled. As long as you are faithful, intentional, and teachable along your business journey, your vision will be accomplished. Many people get discouraged too fast. I like to call it breaking. Many people break their pots right at the doorstep. That's an African proverb. You may be watching from Europe and wondering, where do they carry pots? Well, in Africa, before jerry cans were invented, people were carrying pots. People were going to the wells, to fetch water for their households. And so someone will go, they've walked over 10 kilometers to bring this water home, and then they break it at the doorstep. So you've probably done some good work already, but then now you start getting discouraged and just give up on your vision when you are about to get there. So I want you to look at your vision once again and ask yourself, is it clear? If it is not clear, today is the day to decide that I am going back to look at this vision. I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to picture it. If it means you adding photographic images to the completed picture, add them so that you can have something that can cause you to run. And finally, number 3, the third pillar is a defined direction. Do you have a defined direction? So you see, you can have a deep why, you can have a detailed vision, but the detailed vision is going to need a defined direction so that it can come to life. So you need to be able to have milestones. What are your milestones towards this vision? Remember, the vision is a big picture. So you want to break it down to, some milestones so that you have a reason to celebrate along the way. I'm big on celebration. Why am I big on celebration? Because celebration stars more celebration. Okay? Have you seen the footballers when they score a goal as they're still celebrating before you know another goal has been scored within a few minutes? Why? Because the energy from that success stars you to even do more. So it's always important to know, okay, this is the vision. But within these 90 days, I like to work within 90 days because it's a short period of time where you can put some clear milestones to achieve and work intensely towards it. Most people lose touch of their visions because 1 year sometimes is too long for you to measure the milestones well. I personally work with 90 days. Since the time I read the 12-week year book, it's a concept that I've embraced for my journey. 12 weeks, intensely focused in those 12 weeks. What do I want to achieve within these 12 weeks? What will be my measurable milestones within these 12 weeks that will lead me close to my vision? So once I know, I work through those and then celebrate my wins after those 90 days. So you must have a defined direction, and the direction must keep you in line with the vision, because many times you find that people are going in a direction which is away from their vision. So the reason why you go in a direction which is away from your vision is because you're not connected to it. So like you can see, these things work hand in hand. The deep why, the detailed vision, and then the defined direction. So you cannot separate them. You need the trinity of all of these: the deep why, the detailed vision, and the defined direction. You need all of them to stay motivated. Like you can notice, all those are deep things. These are not things that you can just think about in 1 minute and then you say, oh, now I have these things, I'm going to stay motivated. So friends, that's the reason why I look excited from January to December. Why? Because I know I am in this journey. My vision is detailed and I have direction. So even when I get discouraged, I will rest a little bit and bounce back. and bounce back, because the reason for doing business is bigger than me. I want to encourage you today not just to leave this session. I'm not going to even ask you to write them down. As I come to the end of this session, I want to call you out to get your diary or your phone right now and pick a time when you're going to go for a personal date with yourself as a business owner, to check out on those three things. Is my deep why clear? How detailed is my vision? And what is my direction? Like, what are the miles? What is my defined direction for the next 90 days? Pick out that time, set it up, and honor your business by going out for that personal date. Don't call your friends, go alone. If you have to put off your phone, but honor this personal date with yourself. If you do, I promise you'll meet me the next time or send me a message and say, Lydia, since the time that I started honoring my deep why, my detailed vision, and my defined direction, I'm enjoying my business journey. And I know even after you do that, sometimes it may still be hard. You may have some few questions. That's why I want to invite you to be a part of this unstoppable family, where I continue to support you, where I continue to guide you, where I continue to energize you to go after that vision. So why don't you subscribe? So don't forget to tap the subscription button so that you don't miss the next episode of the Lydia Amuge Mentoring Podcast. We are here every Tuesday. I am here to make sure that you build a business that you totally love, a business that makes you an income and an impact. See you next Tuesday, and looking forward to hearing your stories of how the vision, the deep why, and the detailed direction are working for you. See you next Tuesday.